it really possible to add?
Good morning, Puckers! Okay, how is that, Carm? Robin Williams-esque? Good morning, Vietnam? No, yeah? 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
6? What?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, that took all the energy out. I'm going to have a nap. Dave, what's going on?
Oh, I had a 4% play on Georgia Southern for Saturday. I had a 3% play on North Carolina for Saturday. I do have a 5% play that hasn't been postponed yet. Jesus, what a pain in the ass this is. That Georgia Southern was a gift. That game was a 5%. It really was a 5% level play, but I made it 4 because I knew there was a possibility the game might get canceled, and I didn't want 9 million people buying the game individually and then having to go through all the refund and credit stuff. So I guess I'm glad I made it a 4%, but that game was going to win. I mean, Florida Atlantic was a dead fade in this game. So that's a pisser. I won my baseball play yesterday. These are the plays that put me in good moods. I took the Mariners in the first 5 innings. They won the first 5, 4-1. Cashed the ticket. Got outscored 5-0 the rest of the way and lost the game. So those are the types you really like. Those are nice. But I'm not, and I will only have the one college football play because I don't add games for the sake of adding games. So we'll get that one out there. I'll post a couple of NFL plays that I like today, and hopefully they won't get canceled.
Dave Kogan, if it means anything, I released 2 plays for Saturday. One was the UNC game, out. But the other one is a 5% play. So both you and I have 5% plays tomorrow, and we're roughly the same percentage over the last 12 months. I won my 5% play last night on Tampa Bay, and Carm can attest to this. I mean, I never miss a sporting event. I have TVs all over my house. My living room has a double TV situation going. But me and Vivian went for a massage, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. We timed it perfectly. The game, the third period, ended right at the time the massage started. Little did I know there was going to be overtime. Carm, I'm not even kidding you. I turned my phone off. I put it away. I didn't think about it again. I had an hour-and-a-half massage, got up from the massage table, checked my scores. Bam! What a wacky playoffs. I mean, Jesus, between Khudobin and then the Islanders can't get a shot, yet they win games. It's just been one wacky Stanley Cup playoffs. Carm, what's going on, bro?
Who goes for a massage at 10:30 at night? Like, are you the part of the royal family? Like, like what is this? Are you the Kardashians? Like,
you should have
was
stopped.
10:30 at night. Was Bob Kraft there?
Keep going, guys. Anything else?
Who absolutely does this? But as far as like Dave on Dave's little spiel before, this is why I like Dave because through no fault of his own, he puts up plays that are winning plays. They're probably going to be winning plays, and they get canceled through no fault of his own, and he's upset. There's other people out there
because the play was going to win.
Yeah, and there's other people out there who just would have been, I don't care. The play got canceled. Our customer service will take care of it. Let's move on. You're genuinely bothered by it, and that's one of the reasons why I like you. Anyways, Tampa, yes, they moved on. It was one hell of a nail biter for you, Prez. Glad you won your 5% play. And now we get to see the Stanley Cup final that everyone envisioned at the beginning of the season. The Dallas Stars and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Carm, I think
I've got friends of mine, some sharp guys who have future Dallas future tickets from back before the season started. They thought that this was a team that, because of the style they play, might be really, a threat come playoff time. Because good defensive teams usually do well in the playoffs. It's not about shots on goal in the playoffs. It's about keeping the other team off the scoreboard, and that's something Dallas is pretty good at. And bear that in mind as we move into this series. We know the team with the firepower is, but I'm telling you, this Dallas team's a little bit scary right now.
Yeah, Dave, Prez sent me a message throughout the game. He's like, I can't believe the shots on goal are like 26-12 or something like that. I can't believe what's happening. I go, I just feel like we're watching the Vegas Dallas game again.
Yep.
Yeah, although
listen.
Yeah.
We may as well get into it, right? Dallas has got. I know Anton Khudobin, mostly a backup. Well, he's been a starter / backup for his career, but this guy had a great season. He had a .930 save percentage. He was number 1 in the NHL in save percentage. He's been tremendous in the playoffs. He had a couple of games against Colorado that weren't amazing. One of those games, he didn't even start. Bishop was in there. It was terrible. He's become what you fear if you're going against a team, and that's the hot goalie. And, I know Tampa. Everybody knows Tampa's better than Dallas. There's no any question about that. But you factor in that hot goalie, and then you see that daunting price tag on the series of -200. It's up to -220 in spots. Well, I got to tell you one thing. I haven't committed to taking Dallas yet, but I'm thinking about it. I am not laying that price with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so I just want to get this out there because I know it's important for Dave and Carm to realize that they're on a show with one of the smartest, wisest bettors around, me. If you go back and listen to some show in October, don't ask me which, and I ain't doing it, my prediction for the Stanley Cup Finals was Tampa Bay versus Dallas. Do you know that, Carm?
I think you mentioned it before.
The next day I predicted Vegas versus Washington. The day after that, I predicted Boston, St. Louis. And I just got to find the tape, the one tape that proves my original or 80th prediction.
So it's essentially you put out like 18 different predictions. You just need to delete 17 of the videos and leave the one up where you're right.
That's like the guy who made a big deal about having the Royals to win the World Series a few years ago.
Yes.
He also had about 20 other teams.
Yeah, but I'm kidding. I literally did say Tampa Bay, Dallas. That was my prediction.
I will say, I will say that when they were playing absolutely terrible at the beginning of the season, you had figure they're going to play good. They were 10-1. I did say take a future on Tampa Bay. I'm really happy about that, even though I took the Islanders before the start of the playoffs just because of the value of 40-1. I did release to clients, and hopefully this will be a winning bet. At the start of the playoffs, I released Tampa Bay at 6-1 to win the cup. So that one is still live for everyone. Our chat is active.
Let's get to it, boys.
Lawrence, shut up.
Well, let's welcome everybody in. A backdoor cover. I love your name. Nice to see you, my friend. Mixed by Post. How are you? Zach, West Moneyline. Jared, morning, Prez. Well, morning to you, dude. Happy Friday to you, Wes. Toma, nice to see you. Listen, Toma, we got a rule at WagerTalk. The word lock is not allowed. It is completely banned from any show that I host. There's no such thing unless a lock is actually a lock, like locking the door. Brian Watson, baby, when you moving in? Frank Budd. Frank and Brian should just come over. And you know when you guys should come over? You should come over tonight. I'll tell you why. Hey, Trans Canada, me and Vivian were talking about you last night. Illuminati's what's going on. Rob Braley? Rob freaking Braley? Dude, when are we going?
The man, the legend.
Carm, when are you organizing a dinner or lunch with me, you, and Rob Braley? I know you keep disappearing off the screen. Your something is completely screwed with your.
No, it's your side. When you set this up, you bled into my screen, and it's what's happening.
Okay,
so
well, you know what?
Nice
It's all
going.
good. I'm not gonna.
I'm used to being invisible. It's good. When you had the week I've had sports betting, it's probably good that you're invisible. But this is why weekends are great. I've got a ton of plays this weekend, and I expect a turnaround.
Okay, so back to when are you, me, and Rob Braley going out?
I will contact Rob right after this show and figure something out.
Yeah, that would be very nice of you. Rob, it's on me, dude. We'll go to Lee. We'll go to some really nice, awesome restaurant. Let me handle the bill. Listen.
Let me tell you, just before you go on, Rob is a very good fan of triple vodkas. Just to let you know.
Okay, dude, I'll bring a credit card.
What's triple vodka?
3 times
I'm not
the
much of a
single
drinker
vodka.
anymore.
Yeah, that's it. 3 times the single vodka. Why order 1 when you can order 3?
That's my motto, except with water. Everybody, we're going to take apart the series. Dave's already given his thoughts. We're going to also look at game 1, but most importantly, it's flu season.
Same to you.
Most importantly, I would like to wish everybody a very, very happy 5,780th. It's New Year's Day for a lot of us, so happy Rosh Hashanah, and be with your family, your friends, and lots of love for the holidays as they approach for us Jewish people. Okay, Carm, I don't know where you've gone. I can't seem to fix your feed. I know you're there somewhere. It's actually kind of funny.
It's the Invisible Man. Look out.
But it's not my bleed, but who cares? We can hear you. Carm, what do you like in this series? Tampa Bay minus 200.
Well, Tampa Bay, I could hedge out if I wanted to, but I'm not going to hedge out. I'm going to stick to my guns that Tampa is the better team here, which I believe, even though the Stars are playing phenomenal hockey, or they're just playing lockdown hockey. But I'm going to look at in this series, if they keep these totals at 5 and they continue to give you plus money on the under, it's where I'm going to go with these. I talked about yesterday, I think in a free play for the Tampa game, I talked about like some of the stats that supported taking the under in last night's game, and a day's rest. You know what I mean? Which playing on a day's rest, I think Tampa was 5-1 playing on a day's rest. It's one of those things where it just, you don't expect the Stars aren't going to play Tampa's style of play. They're going to make you play their style of play. We're not going to see a lot of goals in this series. I could be wrong, but how can you bet this game or bet the total saying it's going to be any different than what we've seen so far from Dallas? After that opening round against the Flames, where there were a ton of goals, they've played lockdown hockey. Tampa's playing the same way. Cooper's got them playing a style where they can win these 2-1 games, as proven in last night, as proven in a lot of the games in the playoffs so far. I think they're now 12-5-3 to the under, which is over 70% so far in the playoffs. So to think that you're going to see a lot of goals, and we're seeing minus 130 in game 1 on the over. No, for me, while I think Tampa wins the series, I'm not going to lay minus 200, and I'm going to look to the unders, especially in game 1.
Yeah, and I appreciate you attacking how you're going to bet these games individually. You know, Carm, I mean, I really struggle to bet under 5. It's such a shit number to me. I think we're going to be in for a bit of a surprise. I think we're going to see a few more goals than you might think. I don't know if I...
Well, here...
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, here were the stats I gave out yesterday, okay? So the under, going into yesterday's game, Tampa were in the playoffs 11-5-3, which is now 12-5-3. They were 3-1-1 their last 5 on 1 day's rest, which is what they have going into tomorrow's game. And they were 5-1 their last 6 when the opponent has scored 2 or fewer goals, which is also what happened yesterday. So that's now 6-1. I'm not saying you base all of your thoughts on. You have to look at these numbers. You have to. We're not talking about trends that happened 5-10 years ago. These are current numbers of how this team is playing. So,
listen, those numbers are going to keep me off of the over, but I don't know if I'm going to be taking. I don't know if I'm going to be taking under 5 in the first game. Dave, what do you think? Series, game? Talk to me.
Well, I talked about series, so I'll talk about game
your
1.
Series is you're thinking Dallas. There's value there.
I don't know if it's value because I priced it about $2, but it's just a lot of dogs getting the job done in these NHL playoffs this year. Unless Hudobin suddenly sprouts a leak, he's not going to give up much. And Vasilevsky's arguably the best goalie in the league. I mean, the guy takes up the entire net. He's huge. He's like that, that walrus in that Geico commercial?
No.
Yeah, I think it was a Geico commercial where there's a walrus in goal. And, of course, you can't get anything. You can't get anything past
Carm, you've seen this commercial?
Yeah, I have.
It's on Canadian TV?
Yes,
I'm
it
an
is.
Idiot. Anyway.
Well, anyway, that's the walrus's name is Vasilevsky because he is one big dude. He's a little more agile than the walrus. And here's the other thing. You're going to give me plus money on the under 5 and be able to get plus 115 or thereabouts? Okay.
Yeah, it's currently at
I'll take it.
plus 110. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Look, 5's a tough number, but we know how Dallas is going to play. Dallas is going to play. They're not going to change their style of play.
They're getting 2 goals, 3 goals.
Okay, but they're not giving up any. And part of the reason they're not giving up any is that you do not get rebounds against them. So if Hudobin stops one shot, that's the end of the play. Then they're going in the other direction, or they have to reset the offense. For all the shots on goal that the Golden Knights had in that series, they didn't have a lot of real good looks.
Yeah,
and they weren't down low. They were mostly outside. Some shots in the slot, he stopped those, but they weren't getting rebounds off the guy. And when there was a rebound, the defenseman just kicked it out of there. You're playing with that kind of discipline defensively, it's tough to create scoring opportunities. And I don't know that Tampa's going to get that much more in the way of scoring opportunities than Vegas had.
Yeah, that is the take from Dave that I absolutely agree with. In that series, Dallas did a fantastic job of keeping everything to the outside. So we're seeing, as fans, as viewers, we're seeing the shots on goal are 40 to 17 or whatever. And we're like, how can they not score? They can't score because of those 40 shots, maybe 4 are quality shots on goal. And when a goalie's playing well, he's going to stop those 4 quality shots. So they're just not getting those good scoring chances. When you look at in soccer, they have expected goals. One of the analytics, you look at those 40 shots and the expected goals were probably considerably less than what you would have, even with 20 very good shots on goal. So it's one of those things. It's they're playing a style that is working for them. And as Dave said, unless they somehow fall apart, and I don't see how they're falling apart, I just don't see a lot of goals going in unless you get these, these undisciplined penalties that put the team on a power play and they get chances that they wouldn't normally get 5-on-5. But 5-on-5, I just don't see a ton of goals being scored here.
He's Carmine, Dave Kogan with us, and I'm going to be looking at a lot of prop bets during this series. Yesterday, Andrew gave out 2 over in shots for Tampa Bay and the Victor Hedman prop. I pounded that Victor Hedman prop. I thought that was so great. This guy's on every power play. 2.5 shots. If Victor Hedman is over 2.5 shots, I'll be betting that every single game. So, guys, watch for that. I want to make mention, Jason writes, hey, Carmen. He writes, hey, Carm, I also have a future bet on Tampa Bay plus 600. $500 to win 3,000. Should I hedge with Dallas at plus 155?
Yes.
Carm, it's easy for you to say yes, right? The automatic answer to Jason is yes. The real answer here is we can't tell you what to do on this one, Jason. You're not. You're a smart guy.
Well, he's asking for advice.
You're either gonna win $3,000 or you're gonna make the hedge and win $500 or $600. Ultimately, you're the one that needs to decide that.
Depends on how much of a gambler you are.
But
Simple.
if he wants his original investment back, right?
Yeah, but we don't even know that, right? We don't know how rich this guy is. That 500 turns into 3,000. The guy could be what's his name? Who's the guy that owns the oil companies that always logs on? Richie Rich, exactly. I mean,
okay,
or he could be Elliot. No offense, Elliot. No offense.
But,
I love you, Elliot.
At 155, I know, but at 155, if what he can do is he can at least cover his original $500 bet by putting $320 on the Stars at 155. You're going to get back 496.
Oh, you'd get back more than
500.
155. If it's
What's
a
that?
series bet,
Yes.
Yeah, series bet.
it's more than 155.
Well, he's saying
He can get 155.
He can get 155 on
Yeah.
Dallas. So what I'm
Wait a
saying
minute,
is, if he bets 320, if he shops around, he can find a better price. But if he only has 155, he can bet 320 on Dallas. Get back.
No, you can't. But you can't take 155 on Dallas. It's a horrible line.
Yeah, no, but I'm
that
saying
is,
if he
that's
has no
his
other
only option, that's his only option. Like,
No, then don't. I would say don't hedge, because the right price is 175.
yeah.
They're screwing you on the series price by 20 cents. I mean, why would you ever even consider taking a bet where they're just stealing 20 cents away from you before the thing even gets played?
Jason.
Well, it's Dave. It's like being at a nightclub in.
He says it's at FanDuel,
Dave.
FanDuel is plus 155. That's pretty big book for such a shitty line.
Well, then wait, because I'm looking at my line sheet and it's plus one. The worst line I'm seeing is plus 170, and that's a 30-cent house.
Yeah. Wait, Jay.
So,
Jason, wait. Plus, I wouldn't.
You should be getting plus 175 to plus 180. When the line's 200, you should be getting plus 170 at the absolute worst, and you should be getting plus 175. If the line's 210, you should be getting plus 180 at the absolute worst. Don't take worst, or 175, we'll say.
So,
Yeah, well,
guys,
this line moved from the.
This is how to attack
Prez.
this situation.
Okay.
The Prez is about to speak. I'm so arrogant. Dave's like, what? How the hell am I doing shows with this schmuck?
That was the worst drum roll I've ever heard.
That's a fair point. Anyway, Jason, here's how you do it. Bet Dallas first game. They win, you can win both your bets. They lose, and now you got yourself a real freaking hedge. What do you think about that plan? Okay, crickets.
I'm not sure,
guys.
So you're telling me?
I mean, look, let me put again. Everybody's an individual, but you got a 6-1 ticket on a team that's a 2-1 favorite to win the Stanley Cup. Why hedge? You got so much the best of it right now. If you want to hedge, wait till the series is played a few games. And if your team's in trouble, if Tampa's in trouble, then you can buy your way out of it. Because and if not, just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And
I'm not a hedger. Okay, I got to tell you, you're talking to someone who doesn't.
I don't hedge a lot either, Dave.
Well, see, this is where I'm different, right? But the reason I hedge is because I'm always looking for prices heading into any playoff or any tournament that are undervalued. I think the word is undervalued, where I'm getting odds that I know even if they don't win, I can hedge out later for a big profit. So it's, going back to the days of, the whole arbitrage in baseball when we had Costa Rican books where, they had prices where you could make money by taking both sides. So, those days are long gone. So this is the only way to somehow do it. But as far as Jason goes, and we have time to just quickly discuss this, is in the U.S. you do have books like no, but you do have books like DraftKings. Check their price. Like Dave said, the price is low, and I have to believe that price of 155 is going to go higher because overnight when that line came out, people jumped on Tampa Bay right away and drove that line up from I think the opener was minus 165, 170, and drove it to minus 200. So it might go a little higher.
It's got to. If they can't be putting a 50-cent line out on the series. They can't be. They'd be getting crucified if they did that. So I would say that plus 155 is a stale number. It's probably more than that.
Yeah, I have to believe so, too.
Jason, thanks for putting that in. It was a really good topic. We spent half the show on it. Jason Glick, thanks for your message, dude. Best show ever. Bang that like button. Yeah, guys, if you don't want to smack it, you don't want to elbow it, you don't want to head it, you don't want to touch it with your pinky, turn your computer upside down and bang the shit out of it. I don't care. Just make sure that button gets banged. Smash that button.
I would tap it.
Dave is a tapper.
I've gone through this on another show. That's really smashing your keyboard is a stupid thing to do. Okay. So just tap it. You just touch the letter.
Okay. Show us how again, Dave. Just show us the tapping motion.
Yeah. Just tap.
Oh,
tap.
Look at that.
See, and I explained this on another show. You see this keyboard here? See how the letter barely be distinguished? That's because I'm a 2-finger typist and I don't tap. I kind of smash.
Okay.
And I have to go out and buy a new keyboard every couple of years.
It's the craziest thing I've ever
because I
heard.
can't see the letters anymore.
Well, that I can understand. You have
so
one
that's
eye
why
and it's old.
You don't. No, that's got nothing to do with it. That's why you don't smash the keyboard. Just tap it. It's easier anyway.
Guys, that's it for the show. It's going to be fun from here on in because we only have the one game to talk about. So listen, everybody, if you got questions to ask us about betting hockey or anything, we're going to do this. Puck Time's going right till the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Please hit that like button. Guys, make sure to check out WagerTalk today. 12 o'clock Eastern. It starts in half an hour. Teddy and myself, Rob Vino, Kenny White, Ralph Michaels. We're going to do a lot of NFL football today. Also a little bit of basketball, college football. So make sure to check that out. Again, anybody, relevant to this, good Yontif, Happy New Year. Be with your family tonight. And we'll see you guys all on Monday. Lots of love. Carm, Dave, anything?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Every game is every other day, which is great. I guess they want this to end quickly, so if it goes 4 games, it'll be over by the 25th. Hopefully we see more than 4 games, but if it's 4 games, let it be a Tampa sweep, all by 2-1 score lines.
I've got one thing to say, and that's a quick message to Florida Atlantic University and University of Charlotte. Up yours.
Yeah, up yours. Go! Later, everybody. Love you all. Have a great week.